The Me Too movement is a gift to men. It's a gift because women have laid themselves bare over and over and over again to tell us the interior of your lives that we often know nothing about.
We have to be realistic that even in 2019, boys are still getting these messages. They're still being told to be tough, to not show their emotions, to be as athletic as possible. Yeah. But it's something where we're trying to create spaces where they have parents they can rely on, who can kind of follow their lead on who they are and give them that space to be themselves. Yeah. While at the same time, we're not trying to make them into someone different in these masculine environments, just figuring out how to survive and be resilient. In the sense that if you're not a boy who engages in rough and tumble play, or you show your emotions, maybe it's going to leak out at times. We try not to judge them for it, but we also try to help them survive the ridicule they might have.
Wait, is there a fear, though, of overcorrecting? Because is masculinity bad? What if, in her case, her sons or maybe one of the boys is more into sports or exhibits some of the traditional things that we associate? All masculinity isn't toxic, is it?
No, so it's quite the opposite, right? The idea, though, is that what we're talking about is performances of masculinity, right? Can we get comfortable with our boys performing femininity too, though, right? Crying is something that's historically associated with women, but it's not something that only women do, right? There's certain spaces where we allow boys to actually cry. But what we're doing is that we're taking our kids into, their personhood from them, right? And we want to raise full human beings, not robots.
Right. And doctor, when you talk, absolutely, you can applaud, let me tell you. And as it relates to both of you with your husbands or men in the homes, how do we talk to those men so that they understand it too?
Well, we think about in therapy bringing any parent, regardless of their view, in and trying to figure out where the middle ground is. So we don't want to necessarily invalidate our husband, even if his views are more traditional around masculinity. Exactly. It's more about helping him to understand that he can help his son perhaps survive this environment where he doesn't feel like he belongs or he's out of place or he's ostracized. But at the same time, we don't want to deny who he is.
Because that's a great point you make. You don't want to curve correct by emasculating.
Absolutely.
When we hear so many times about emasculating men as if...
There's no such thing as emasculation. Right. The idea of masculinity is individual. You can't take something from me that I define for myself.
But there are men and boys, men, I don't know what boys feel, but there are men who will say, we're in a culture where you're emasculating us and you're taking away what it means to be a man.
That just means that we haven't given our kids the permission to be themselves. Like, you can't take something from me that is mine.
I was
like,
about to
you
say,
can't take my blackness, my anything.